I really need an explanation real quick. You can never be too careful. Just watch this real quick.
And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling.
Now, as we all know, they like to put messages in movies and TV shows. I don't know if y'all seen this, but in the movie Gods of Egypt, it was a scene of space and what Earth looked like from space, and it was flat. Even in Thor, they show Asgard to be a flat plate. Now, it is sad, a lot of people say that we live in a dome. Y'all remember this woman? Look at what she finna say.
And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet.
Now, we all know the Simpsons be putting in hidden messages and everything. Now, look at this part.
The ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself.
Now, some people say Jesus is holding everything together. But in school, do y'all remember when they taught us about gravity? And they had said the earth was round? So I had asked my teacher, if it's round, why don't people fall off the bottom of the earth? And you know how water falls down the stream? Gravity don't stop it, it just goes down. Wouldn't the earth look like this? Cause like, how are you holding all the water in place? It says gravity is most accurately described by the general theory of relativity proposed by Albert Einstein. Again, the Newtonian theory of gravity is based on assumed forces. If gravity is a theory, can Earth really be a globe? Or does it look something like this? I know you're probably like, is the water gonna fall off the edge? Some people say we're surrounded by ice. You know, like in Game of Thrones, even in Teen Titans too.
Butter wall. Butter wall? Seriously? A butter wall? That's what I said, fool! There's a big old butter wall. It encircles the entire pancake earth.
It just makes me question, that's all I'm saying. Kinda just makes me feel some type of way because they're showing it and everything. Now it is what it is if it's flat or round. But when I heard her talk about it, I was just like, y'all be safe.
Guys, I just saw Doctor Strange, and believe me, I could make a whole new TikTok account, and it could just be satanic things in the movie Doctor Strange. Boy, oh boy. But I got one thing that I found very interesting, so I'm just going to do one thing tonight. Okay, so it's a multiverse, right? So there's multiple universes, and they all got numbers. And of course, when they get to ours, what do you think it's going to be? And it starts out with a 6, and I was like, okay, what are they going to... They're not going to say 666. That would be way too on the nose. So they say 616, and I was like, huh, that number seemed familiar to me, and I'll show you where. So I did a quick Google search of 616, and what do you know, in 2005, they found an early papyrus of the Bible, and in the book of Revelation, they translated the mark of the beast as 616 instead of 666. And guess what? Marvel actually came out with a new series not that long ago, and you'll see what it's called. The new series for Marvel is called 616. If they didn't get it from there, where did they get it from? That's demonic.
I'm about to make a lot of people mad with this one today. Close the blinds because they might be watching. Alright, let's get into it. Today we're about to talk about the difference between the Ankh and the cross. Now, most people only think the difference is that the loop is on the Ankh and it's just straight across with the cross. But it's deeper than that. Okay, I'm going to start with the Ankh because, yeah. If you don't know what the Ankh is the symbol of life for the Egyptians. Or as they would say, the key to life. But let's break down the actual meanings of it. So you see how the top part, the loop, that means the female. And then that bottom part is the male. Oh yeah, y'all didn't know everything was representation? So as you know, Egypt was a matriarchal society where women and men were of the same status, basically. And that's great because they accomplished a lot. Now we're finna get into this bad boy. Cross is the symbol that Jesus died on, basically. So what does that mean? Death. So you remember how I said that bottom part, that line was representation of the male? And then this top represents the legs, the womb, all of that coming together, creating life. Now let's look at this, right? So the bottom part is the male, and the top part is the male. So we both know female and male creates life. But male and male, that doesn't create life. What I don't get is, how is the Bible against homosexuality and it represents a male and a male? It's all based on the masculine principles. Y'all be safe.
When are y'all gonna get it, bro? Like, when are y'all gonna get it? If you have not watched this Kendrick Lamar video, please go watch it. This man has literally made a video to show us how advanced technology is nowadays, to you don't know what's real and what's fake. And it's gonna come a point in time where we ain't gonna be able to really understand, like, or really know what's real and what's fake when it comes to how advanced technology is. And it's crazy because I was just talking about this shit yesterday, and it's just like, how do we know if anything we see on TV is real when it comes to these news stations and shit, when you got shit like this that could be done? Y'all, look at this. Like, when are y'all gonna get it, bro? Like, what is it gonna take for y'all to understand that we are living in some dangerous ass times? And they put the shit right in our face every time, and y'all still think this shit is a joke, and y'all still think this shit ain't real. Like, I don't.
Can we talk about astral projection and Christianity? Yeah, I'm closing the blinds. And if you don't know what astral projection is, it's the art of having an out-of-body experience where your spirit, your astral body, travels throughout this world or throughout the universe. You can go wherever you want to go. You can do whatever you want to do. It's so funny how anything that gets us closer to the truth is evil, sacrilege, bad. It's the devil, and stay away from evil. Called sorcery, all types of stuff. Opening your chakras is evil. Oh yeah, opening that third eye is evil too. Crystal, something naturally that grows on God's earth, is evil. Disobeying your slave master is against the word of God. In some Christian traditions, women are not allowed to wear pants. Even though Adam and Eve were walking around the garden with no clothes on, and now they want to talk about modesty. I've watched a lot of people who said they experienced astral projection, and I've experienced it myself. I haven't seen anything about people talking about them seeing Jesus or angels or God, heaven, the Holy Spirit. Not to mention anybody who did any of these things, they were called witches and they were burned at the stake by Christians. What if all of these sins, sorcery, and sacrilege is just lies for control, so we don't see the truth? It's just a thought. Y'all be safe though.
Alright guys, so we're gonna go over this one more time. Alright, this guy right here. Alright, you've seen him before, right? Where, James? Where have I seen him before? Wouldn't be like they created a whole superhero series where this guy, Mr. Tony Stark, just happened to be a tech billionaire, okay? Fusing man and machine. This is all pre-set up. This is all them manifesting their new future. Man and machine, as in the Bible. Clay and iron. And the reason I know he's all bad news, see this symbol? They worship the black cube. See that? The cult of the black cube? The same black cube that is at Lucis, and the same black cube Daddy lives in.
Yo. Alright, so basically Elon in his tweet says, if I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing you. Elon has been very, very active lately. He has just recently bought out Twitter. He's already given off this image as a prophet, as one of the billionaires who think differently than the other 1%. And for those who don't remember, he also does have an ongoing plan of placing microchips into humans to better their weaknesses, or at least what they see as our weaknesses. But like I mentioned before, we have seen this before with John McAfee and Isaac Cappy. What we can do is make the mistake of thinking that these people are crazy or that they are lying without at least taking into consideration that they are telling the truth. John McAfee was consistently warning us that they were after him.
I'm suicidal. I'm not suicidal.
And like y'all could see, Isaac Cappy, he said that he was not suicidal. But we've seen this before with both of the previous people, John McAfee and Isaac Cappy. They said that they were not suicidal. Both of their deaths was ruled as a suicide. They both gave warnings saying that they would not commit suicide, and that if they were unalived, then it wasn't them. And now we see Elon Musk doing the same thing. So what is it? Y'all process everything that I just said? Make sure you keep an open mind and y'all listen out to everything going on. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is Elon just trolling again? Or is he actually sending out a warning, a message?
Alright. I, for one, am utterly and completely flabbergasted that this this kind of film evidence would in fact make its way out there into the general populace. Now, the clandestine earthlings who are in fact involved with the dissection and surgical procedures involving these various extraterrestrial biological entities, trust me, this is top secret classified stuff. You just don't do this willy-nilly and oops. These photos are leaked. Oops. Now, if you notice there, okay, first, let's just say this. I also am flabbergasted that any of these people involved with these procedures actually allowed their faces to be seen on film. It's such a sensitive subject here, so I'm certain if you do a reverse Google image search on that young man's face, will in fact learn the truth of who he is. That's all I'm at liberty to say about that. Alright. This young man makes an extraordinary point. Reptiles do not have eyelids to blink, however, they do have long tongues to clean their eyes off with. Now, this could be a very good explanation, and I can neither confirm nor deny the truth nor falsity of this, as I could or could not get in trouble if I was associated with an organization that would care or not care if I let loose some information like that. However, I will present this option to you. This could possibly, in a fictional way, explain why there are so many plastic surgeries done to these Hollywood actors and socialites. They're trying to install eyelids on their reptilian face.
Mark Zuckerberg and his team are not human.
All right, let's do it again. I am breaking down The Matrix for you. No, not this movie, but the reality that we live in. But the movie did explain a lot that goes on in this world today. Think of this world as like a computer. There are systems that control and program us to be efficient in this world. These programs make the world go round. The laws, the systems, the everything, the jobs. In the movie The Matrix, they had these people who were called agents who cover up everything that happens that makes people wake up. So when people like me say The Matrix, we mean this people who sit around in a circle who control everything that happens around this planet. The Matrix is an understanding of being controlled. People who understand that the thoughts of people are not their own, but instead of the 6 corporations that actually run what you see. Money is not real, it's just the belief that you give it power over everything that you have to purchase in order to survive. Our food isn't even real anymore. Things we consume are killing us, literally. Time only exists because you care about it. Everybody is being distracted. Nobody is really paying attention to what's going on with the world. People who are blinded and don't see what's happening only care about what is told to them. People don't care about corruptions. People don't care about what they consume. People don't care about anything. So we call it The Matrix because it's blindsiding. To stay in the mindset that takes everything away from you to make you not human anymore, to make you a robot, to make you follow orders. So when people say the word Matrix, understand that the people who say that are seeing things from a different perspective of the way this world is. Y'all be safe.
I'm gonna try to answer this question the best way I can. This might be a little lengthy of a video, but just follow me here. Humans been on Earth for about 6 million years. We're taught that the modern form of humans evolved about 300,000 years ago. Out of nowhere, human consciousness just expanded. They developed language and communication skills, built societies, and created religions. The Fermi paradox mentions a great filter that resets humanity every time it becomes too advanced. The fact of the matter is there's an unknown chunk of history that is completely missing. The Sumerians were the first civilization to record writing over 5,000 years ago. They mentioned supreme beings known as the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki came from the sky, combined their DNA with the Homo erectus, and created modern-day Homo sapiens. Irish, Greek, and Norse mythology mentions times where gods walked amongst humans. There are cultures all around the world who never even came in contact with each other who all depict the same thing. Supreme beings who came from the sky to influence humanity. Then all of a sudden, those civilizations along with the gods just disappeared. Now, did they really disappear is the million-dollar question. Some of these beings are still amongst us. They exist in higher dimensional fields of the spiritual realm. They're known as light beings. They are highly ascended fifth-dimensional beings that are made of pure energy. They function on a higher frequency. Human consciousness is currently in the third density. Certain individuals have the ability to tap into their frequency through meditation and mastering the art of astral projection. Children under a certain age can also tap into this frequency. When kids tell you they hear angels, you should listen to them because they're not lying. Their mind is still open. They haven't developed deductive reasoning yet. They see things in absolute. So to the primitive brain of our ancestors, these beings would have been gods. And these beings are still amongst us, just waiting for humanity to reach a certain consciousness. Once we raise our vibration on a planetary level, all we'll be able to see. That is when they will reveal themselves.
Did you know there's more Illuminati, Freemason, and religious symbolism on your phone than you realize? First one is the Apple logo, a reference to the forbidden fruit from the Tree of Life, with a single bite taken out of it from Eve. You don't think so? Look at Apple's first logo, and you tell me. And what about Google Chrome? Anything suspicious? If you really look at it, you'll notice that there's 666 right in the logo. And what about Apple's App Store? It's the Freemason symbol. As above, so below. Even Facebook, it resembles a Masonic tubal cane. And the Google Play Store is the seal of Satan, turned on its side. What do you think? Because God told us not to worship icons. And what do we call all these things?
I feel like everyone is getting really distracted with the flat earth and, finding out that space is fake and finding out that there's no curvature to the earth and that we're not chasing the sun at Mach 88 and all those crazy things. We're all learning that the moon landing was faked. We're learning that there's not a satellite geocentrically orbiting Mars, which is over 200 million miles away, while the sun's 93 million miles away. Why can't they send... This makes no sense, but everyone seems to be getting really lost. We can't forget about Epstein, guys. Remember how all the celebrities went to the island and, Disney helped, take cruise ships there and take children there and stuff, and how they did child sacrifices under the temple, and I feel like everyone's forgetting. I need everyone to not forget. And also, I need everyone to realize that all the symbology in Freemasonry, let you know that they know that the earth is flat, and that the, two luminaries, the sun and the moon, they call them luminaries in the Bible because the moon gives off its own light and so does the sun. The sun's light is warm. It warms your skin. It gives you vitamin D. The moon's light is actually cold. If you were to take a thermometer and take a magnifying glass and magnify the moon's light and try to center it into a point, it would actually be colder than the air right next to it, or the ground right next to it, whatever you want to say. But yeah, in this picture, which is on a lot of their aprons that they wear during their little whatever y'all are doing, rolling up one sleeve, rolling up one pant leg, putting a noose around your neck and making blood oaths. It's so crazy, you freaking weird sun worshipping Satanists. Anyway, the moon and the sun are their own luminaries. They're within the firmament. This is the firmament right here, going over the top right here, okay? Not good, guys. Just tell your local Freemason, stop it, man. Can we please stop arguing whether Donald Trump or Joe Biden is better? They are both owned by the 13 families. Whether one seems good or one seems bad, they're both Freemasons, man. They're both part of a club that we're not a part of. Because I don't want to be a sun-worshipping Satanist, if I'm being honest. If you read the books on Albert Pike, he always wrote about how Satan's the light bearer. They try to argue that Satan's a good person because he had Adam and Eve eat the tree of knowledge, which gave them knowledge, and they would have been naked and just perfect before. And they act like that's a good thing. They try to flip that around and say that he's a light bearer of knowledge. And no, Satan's not a good guy, Freemasons. Please stop. That's the worst argument ever. Did you know, fun fact, Pythagoras is thought to be one of the first Freemasons of all time, and he's the first person that came up with the heliocentric Masonic model. He's literally a native Freemason. And he came up with the ball earth. Wow, coincidence.
You can go to Antarctica. Nobody's stopping you. Look at all these trips you can go on.
I need to come on record here and say that this young lady is full on lying. She's just blatantly lying. She's kind of not lying because you can go to Antarctica with guided tours, but you're not allowed to go independently research Antarctica. So meaning if you have a boat, you're not allowed to just start driving out south. You're not allowed to go south. There's a certain amount of nautical miles you can go south before the government pulls up and tells you to turn around. It's been filmed a lot. This girl must be an ignorant globe worshipper, heliosexual, and not looking into any of that. Yeah, it's being gatekept. Do not fall for this, young lady. We cannot go to Antarctica. I will prove it. If I get enough money, I will prove it. Should really look into these missions, especially the bombing, the Operation Fishbowl and Deep Freeze.
Why is ESPN not talking about this? You talked about Chris Rock and Will Smith for like 2 days, but you're not talking about this? Make it make sense.
Status, I'm a big